If you've ever walked through Grand Central Terminal in New York City, you've probably looked up at that starry ceiling, grabbed a coffee, maybe even snapped a photo of the famous clock. But have you ever thought about what's below you? Because what's under Grand Central isn't just some concrete foundation or storage space. It's an entire secret world. We're talking hidden tunnels, underground power stations, forgotten train tracks, mysterious passageways that once carried presidents, and a brand new billion-dollar train station that most New Yorkers haven't even seen yet. This isn't science fiction. It's real, it's weird, and it's just a few feet under your shoes. So why did they build all this down there? Who used it? And more importantly, can you still get in? Today, we're taking you deep beneath the bustling streets of Manhattan, into the hidden layers of one of the most iconic buildings in America. To understand what's under Grand Central, we have to rewind to the early 1900s. Back then, New York was growing fast, and it was loud. Trains ran on steam power, chugging right into the city with smoke and soot pouring out. It was messy, dangerous, and outdated. Enter William Wilgus, the chief engineer with a big idea: bury the trains underground. Not only would this make the streets cleaner and quieter, but it also freed up the land above for real estate. That's how Park Avenue turned into one of the city's most expensive zip codes, built right on top of buried train tracks. But that wasn't all. The design of Grand Central included deep underground levels, not just for trains but for infrastructure, secret power stations, tunnels to nearby buildings, even escape routes. All of this was part of Wilgus's plan. In a way, Grand Central was New York's first layered building, built both up and down. What's on the surface is just the beginning. The really interesting stuff? That's below. So let's head down to one of the most hidden and most powerful rooms in Grand Central, the M42 Basement. Buried deep under Grand Central is a room that almost no one gets to see. It's not on any official maps. It was left out of blueprints on purpose. And for decades, barely anyone even knew it was there. This hidden powerhouse is what kept Grand Central and large parts of the city running. It's filled with massive converters that once transformed electricity to power the trains above. During World War II, this room was so crucial that it was guarded by soldiers in plain clothes. Sabotage here would have shut down troop movements all over the East Coast. In fact, it was considered so top secret that workers sworn to secrecy could be fired just for talking about it. And rumor has it that spies once tried to get in, but never made it out. Today, the M42 isn't open to the public, but it's still there. Occasionally, people on special tours or documentaries get a rare glimpse. It's one of those places that reminds you some of the most powerful rooms in America aren't in the spotlight. They're hidden, humming away, far beneath the surface. And just a little deeper lies a track made for a president. Let's talk about one of the most legendary secrets under Grand Central. Track 61. This mysterious rail track sits beneath the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, just a few blocks from the terminal. It's often called the presidential track, and the story goes like this. President Franklin D. Roosevelt used it to secretly arrive in New York while hiding the fact that he was in a wheelchair. Cool story, right? Well, sort of. While it's true that Track 61 exists, and yes, there's an old freight elevator that could fit a car, there's actually no hard evidence that FDR ever used it. Most historians say the story is more myth than fact, but that hasn't stopped people from believing it. What's real is the track itself. It's still down there, rusting away in the dark. In fact, in 2003, artist Tony Orsler used it to stage a secret art installation. And every once in a while, rail workers or lucky urban explorers catch a glimpse. Track 61 may not have carried presidents, but it did carry mystery. And in a city that loves a good secret, that's just as powerful. Now, let's crawl through some forgotten tunnels that connect Grand Central to the city above. Because Grand Central is a spiderweb of secret tunnels that once connected New York's elite to their favorite places without ever stepping outside. Take the tunnel to the Roosevelt Hotel, for example. Once, guests could exit their trains, walk through a private underground corridor, and arrive at the hotel lobby without ever touching the sidewalk. Sounds like luxury, right? There were tunnels to office buildings, to restaurants, even one that connected directly to a barbershop. Some of these paths were designed for convenience, others for privacy. Over time, most of them were sealed off, forgotten, or simply left to collect dust. But a few are still there. You might walk right past them without even noticing. Just a locked door, a bricked-up wall, or an oddly placed staircase hinting at a hidden past. And if you join the right kind of walking tour, you might even get to see one. These tunnels are like veins in a sleeping giant, once pulsing with movement, now frozen in time. But New York never stops changing. And in 2023, Grand Central revealed a brand new tunnel system. Modern, massive, and way deeper than anything before. Let's go there next. You thought the secrets were all in the past? Not even close. In 2023, after decades of planning, digging, delays, and billions of dollars, New York unveiled the newest layer beneath Grand Central Madison. It's not just a renovation. This is an entirely new train station, buried 15 stories underground. That's deeper than any subway line in Manhattan. In fact, to reach the platforms, you ride the longest escalators in the city, straight into the bedrock. Why build so deep? Space, mostly. Manhattan is packed, and to add more trains, engineers had to go way underground. This new terminal connects the Long Island Railroad directly to the east side of Manhattan, shaving off commuting time for thousands of people every day. It's clean, modern, and kind of surreal. Sparkling white walls, digital art displays. It feels more like a futuristic airport than a gritty NYC train station. But here's the twist. This glittering new space sits right below all the old secrets. Just a few floors above? Rusty tracks, abandoned tunnels, and mystery. It's the perfect symbol of New York. Old bones, new skin, and always moving forward. Now, what if you wanted to explore this hidden world? You're probably wondering, can regular people actually see any of this? The answer is, kinda, yeah. You can't just wander into the M42 Basement or stroll down Track 61, but there are guided tours that take you through Grand Central's known secrets, like the Whispering Gallery, hidden staircases, and little clues that hint at bigger mysteries below. Companies like Untapped Cities offer tours that touch on the hidden history and architecture of the terminal. And if you're lucky, a guide might point out a blocked-off door or a ventilation grate that leads to something much deeper. Even just walking around, you'll find weird little things. Unlabeled doors, narrow hallways, strange sounds echoing from below. Grand Central's mystery is baked into its walls. You might not get to see everything, but knowing it's there, that beneath your feet lies a forgotten world, that changes how you look at the whole station. So, on the surface, Grand Central is a masterpiece of marble, chandeliers, and bustling commuters. But underneath, it's a layered time capsule, part ghost story, part power grid, part urban legend. There's a hidden power station that helped win a war, a mysterious train track with presidential rumors, forgotten tunnels to hotels that don't exist anymore, and now, a shiny new terminal deeper than anything else in New York. So the next time you're rushing through the main concourse, take a second, look down, wonder what's under your feet. Because now you know, it's not just trains. It's an entire underground world. What's under Grand Central Station? Now you've seen it, or at least the parts they let us see.